Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to be doing a shot-by-shot breakdown of the new official trailer for Monster High, the live-action sequel. So let's get into it. So the trailer actually starts off first with Monster High. You know, of course we have Headmistress Bloodgood. She says, welcome back to Monster High, and this setting actually comes back at the end of the trailer, so we'll get back, we'll put a pin in that. So then we move on to the birthday sequence for Draculaura's birthday, you know, sweet 16,000. That I bet that's just how the movie starts. It starts with her birthday party. You know, they're all reunited, they're all happy. Here we can see Laguna Cleo, one of their many few shots in the trailer, taking a picture with someone else who says healthy, you know, cause selfie, but healthy, so it's wordplay. Really cute, but yeah, I don't think she's a character. I think she's just like a background character. So, but she looks cool. She definitely gives me like Tim Burton vibes. Just a fold of black and white. I wonder if they're ever gonna do Skelita. I guess that would be kind of hard to do Skelita in real, you know, live action, but still kind of reminds me with the black and white. But yeah, speaking of skulls, look at this giant skull. But anyways. Here we get, I'm guessing probably the first date for Deuce and Claudine, because they are romantically interested. Unfortunately, yeah, it's been confirmed. It's just, it is how it is. They're very much leaning into it, and here's probably going to be what their first, or I guess one of their first dates. They're just having a little bit of lunch together, some snacks, drinking something on a bench, and Deuce takes off his hat and shows off the snakes. So yeah, it's really fun. I know people have problems with Claudine and Deuce because it's like sacrilegious. It's like Deuce and Cleo only. But you know, now that Cleo and Frankie are a thing in the series, you know, I feel like in live action movies, they're allowed to explore Claudine and Deuce, you know, but at least if they do, they should do it well, and actually write a good love story for them and not just have them as, you know, trophies. Oh yeah, they're dating. Like I do hope that they do them justice with like good writing and character development, because if they're gonna do it, they better do it well. So but you know, let's see how it goes. I feel like it's G3. It should be allowed to experiment, right? But I'm interested. I think it's curious. I think it's cool. Let's see what happens. But also in general, there's gonna be more spotlight on Deuce in this movie because we're gonna get to know him more. I'm thinking so. That's really fun. Here back to the birthday party. Here's Dracula saying no to Heath, putting on his flames, you know, on his head. I guess it's like a fire hazard, obviously. Here we have the inside of the school. I kind of thought this was Abby, but I don't think that's Abby. Abby has glasses on, and I don't think that's her. But that looked a lot like Abby for a second. Is this Ghoulia? I'm not sure. Speaking of, I don't think we had a single shot in this trailer of Ghoulia or Abby, like, head first. Like, we never got a single shot of them where we could actually see their faces. So that's kind of sad. I guess Ghoulia and Abby really just are not going to have any screen time at all. Oh, I just noticed. Here's a poster for, I think, Claudine to run as a head school person. You know, like heads, student body president, right? That's a thing. I think she's trying to run for that, so that's fun. Forgot the name. And then here's a ton of bats, VFX bats. Yeah, they still look very fake. I'm sad to say, like, the CGI hasn't improved too much. Yeah, so they kind of look, yeah. But yeah, so who's she? I don't know. She looks cool in that skirt. Here's Cleo dancing. We'll get some more shots of that, you know, just sprinkled in the trailer, because they like to dance. So here is them dancing again in the birthday party. Some magic. Draculaura is doing some magic. It's really fun. Here's the coffin bean scene where we get to see Toralei introduced. So Toralei here says, "Oh, the captions say Twilight Stripe. Oh my god. But yeah, so she's happy to see Draculaura again, or I guess not really, because she says like the witch with bangs, you know, but she's not like Draculaura was here before in past years, so she knows Toralei already. So I guess Toralei heard that Draculaura is a witch now. But, you know, in her abroad experiences, Toralei got attacked by witches, apparently. Not these witches. These are actually the two we saw in the poster as well. And this is actually gonna lead right into another scene that we'll see in a second. But yeah, this is actually in the dormitories of Draculaura and co. So yeah, remember this scene. It's definitely very important because it comes back into play. So Toralei, again, she says like, I got attacked by witches in Paris and France or whatever, and then she shows oh yeah, by the way, we cannot see their faces, just in case you were wondering. There's no identification to be seen, but yeah, so she shows the scars of her attack, and so because of that, I'm assuming that's why she's kind of like cold toward Draculaura, but yeah, I don't think they were friends to begin with, but now she's definitely not like a friend of hers, at least not in the first half of the movie. But yeah, so Cleo here, one of the rare shots of her, she's like, yeah, Monster High has changed for the better. But I kind of don't like, speaking of change, what happened to Cleo's bangs? I don't know if it's just me, but they kind of look shorter. I think they were for sure longer. And they just, I don't know, like the hair just looks like, I don't know. And like, listen, I have thin hair, girl, I get it, but like, it's a movie, they should have thick wigs, right? So like, I'm just like, what happened to her wig? Like, in the last movie it looked great, so I'm kind of wondering like, what happened to you, Cleo? What happened? But anyways, this is the scene I was talking about. These two witch characters, or I don't know who they are, but hooded masked figures, they actually came into the dormitories via like some kind of like smoke mechanism. I don't know. It's magic. But yeah, and so here they go out of the window, I guess because they get caught. So here Claudine says, Draculaura, they were looking for Draculaura. And then I guess they captured her because she's now kept in a cage, and she cannot touch the bars because they are iron, I believe one of those two vampires are canonically, they cannot touch. So yeah, I think it's so, I don't know, girl, but she cannot touch the bars basically. She's captured, yeah, so she can't get out. So I don't know who it is, but they want her, Draculaura. So yeah, they got her. So Toralei is like, I guess Claudine says that to Toralei. She tells her that Draculaura is being captured or whatever, and so Toralei says like, I told you so, essentially saying like witches are bad, and like, yeah, I don't know. Toralei just has a bone to pick with everyone apparently. So yeah, they go to save Draculaura, obviously, and so because Claudine is half human, she's the first to go, and she tells the others to wait. But of course, they're not gonna wait. And by the way, I don't think this is New York. Is this New York? There's like a huge mountain in the background, so I don't think this is New York. People were speculating this is taking place in New York or New York City, but I don't think it is. So I don't know. Ooh, I recognize this. I don't know where it's from, but I don't know where this is, but definitely familiar. So, but not New York for sure. I don't think it's New York. Let me know if you know down below. But yeah, this is a city where it's going to take place, essentially, the whole adventure. So we see Claudine roaming the streets, you know, as she does, or as she used to before Monster High. And then we can see the rest have also joined, even though Claudine said to not follow her, but they followed Claudine anyways, because, you know, Frankie's like, but I have a disguise on, a hoodie and some sunglasses. Oh my god. And Claudine is so angry. She's like, that's not a disguise, girl. Like, that's not enough. But yeah, it's funny. I love Frankie. They're really funny. So I guess they find a building where Draculaura is kept in. Claudine is back in her wolf form. Here we can see them trying to open this door or whatever, and so they use Frankie's hand because obviously electricity, and so I think that's what works in the end. We go back to Toralei fighting against this enemy in this hallway. I think the the same building like we just saw. Here is a really weird shot of Toralei. This is just like disappearing into smoke in front of Draculaura. And who is this? Well, we'll get to that in a second, but yeah, that's Valentine, or Ellis. I think that's his new name. But yeah, here we see Heath with Apollo Wolf, you know, Claudine's dad. They're waiting in the van. I guess they're helping them get into the building or whatever, so it's fun. This confused me for like initially. I was like, what is happening? Like, why is Heath, like, he's touching something on a stone, it's lighting up. But then I saw Laguna, actually. Laguna, her only like really like great scene in a trailer is Laguna also touching a stone and it turns blue. So I think because Laguna and Heath both have, like, you know, water and fire powers respectively, that's why now they both touch the stones and it's creating smoke. I guess that's what's happening here. And remember this scene? Yeah, like I mentioned, this is actually from the beginning of the movie where I guess Headmistress Bloodgood is like welcoming students for the new semester of Monster High, and whatever they're doing here is part of this, you know, ritual or just like welcoming of new students. I guess I don't know what's happening, but it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, this is Valentine. It's Valentine. It's him. I mean, who else could it be? It's the rumors, the leaks. It has to be Valentine. It has to be him. So it's him. And he's very dark. He has no red whatsoever. I kind of miss it. I get that they're going for realistic, but like they could have given him like a little red streak in the hair or like red eyes. Maybe that's going to be his final form. You know, that we'll see. I don't know, but that could be. I bet that's what maybe will happen, because it's just so iconic. The red, it just fits perfectly. So but yeah, that's Valentine or Ellis, whatever, or his new name, whatever it is, but it's him. This is basically G3's new version of Valentine. So, and it makes sense because they are, you know, he's spending time with Draculaura. They have like a little meeting at the park or whatever, wherever this is, and obviously we can see them looking at this apparition or like this I don't know, scene play out in smoke. Again, magic, I guess. I don't know what this is supposed to represent, but it's obviously kind of like showing some kind of like historic events play out, perhaps between witches and monsters. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely like almost like Valentine is showing Draculaura stuff to get her to his side, you know, like to the witches. But he's also a vampire, so I'm kind of confused. Yeah, he's a vampire, so I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening, but he's a bad guy. He is, okay. At least we got to see him. At least, yeah, he does look very cool. I missed the red, and I'm actually not sure. Is this him? Yeah, no, I think that's him. So yeah, I don't know what's happening. Here back in the dorms, Draculaura is there, I guess, before they take her. Here is Dracula, where Draculaura is being kept. Hidden, captured. Here we have Heath and Deuce again in the same building. I guess they also go to, I don't know actually, because Heath was before with Claudine's dad, so why is he here now with Deuce? Okay. And then here they get into the locked space where they find Draculaura, and Frankie's like they're out of time. I don't know what's happening, but yeah, like something's happening. And then Claudine is in this void, in this black space of nothingness. I guess she got drugged, or she's not drugged. I don't know why. Like obviously it's magic. I don't know why, but I keep thinking like, oh, it's like real. It's like realism, you know. Like, but no, it's probably all just magic, you know. So it's not drugged or anything. I don't think so, but initially I thought like, oh, there was smoke somewhere and Claudine inhaled it and she like fainted or something, and you know, so drugged. But I guess it's also just maybe like a vision, like magic that's being done to her by the big villain. I don't know, but anyway, whatever is happening. She's there alone, so that's weird. No Frankie, so maybe Frankie got out, or maybe Frankie's having their own nightmare. Not sure, but yeah, Draculaura, you know, she needs her friends, and so that's basically the end of the trailer. They don't even, you know, state a release date. I mean, we know it's coming out in October. They did state the release date sometime in the past month. So I believe it was October 13th. But I'm not sure anymore. But it is coming out soon, next month, essentially. But it's weird they didn't mention the release date, just because it's so obvious that they should do that to let people know, like, when is it coming out. But anyways, that's a trailer, essentially. I think you can kind of tell, like, how the movie's going to go. Like, you can tell, like, the different destinations, like the plot points, like how it's gonna go. But it's still, like, confusing to me to kind of, like, piece together, or like, all these scenes and put them in the right order. So definitely still curious, and I'm still very excited. Like, I can't wait to see the movie, and just see what actually happens. Again, Operetta's supposed to be in this movie. I hope that's true. If it's not, then, like, I'm gonna be disappointed. But, like, because we haven't seen anything that indicates she's here in the movie. But maybe that was false, I don't know. But Valentine, that's true, he's here. I mean, that guy, it has to be him. It has to be whatever his name is. It's Valentine. So that's very fun. I can't wait to see what happens. Draculaura, being captured seems to be, like, the big main focus that they want you to think about, to see. So, but I bet that they're hiding some other good stuff. So I can't wait. Again, it's coming out in October. Sometime then in that month. It's coming on Nickelodeon, but also obviously on Paramount Plus. It's a streaming service. But yeah, I hope nothing else leaks, or nothing bad. I don't think it's been very tight this time around. Like, it's very, like, nothing's really leaked except for the plot. And, like, like, some characters, but that was, like, at the very beginning, and I don't think since then nothing has leaked. So I'm very happy about that. It's a very good, because the first movie obviously got leaked. The full movie got leaked months before the full movie. Yes, that was not good. But I'm excited. Again, let me know what you think down below. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and become a member today so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way daily, and keeping you up to date with all the loyalty you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.